Welcome. In this session, we'll talk about Class 8 History, second chapter, the expansion of British power. As the title denotes, this talk about the expansion of British power in India. Now, how all this started would be discussed in this class. The company first came into India in 1600 with the charter passed by Queen Elizabeth I, and the charter exclusively had the rights for East India Company into India. This meant that no other trading group from England could compete with the company. Trading companies from Portugal, Holland, France, England, Denmark set up their trading centers in different parts of India. These centers were called factories. There was intense rivalry amongst the trading companies. Each of them wanted to monopolize trade with India. Ultimately, the English East India Company emerged victorious. Now, the way was clear for the establishment of British power in India. Slowly and gradually, the company began to conquer territories in India to strengthen its power. The British in Bengal. In 1717, British succeeded in obtaining the rights to import and export goods without paying custom duty, but they had to pay the taxes to the Bengal government. However, the East India Company was not paying the tax to the Bengal government. As a result, this Bengal government suffered huge revenue loss. At that time, the rulers of Bengal were very strong. It started with Murshid Quli Khan, followed by Alivardi Khan, and the last major Nawab here was Sirajuddaula. Sirajuddaula refused all concessions and asked company to remove all its fortification. The company refused to do so, and they decided to depose Sirajuddaula and install a puppet Nawab in his place. This led to a war. Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey fought between English East India Company and Sirajuddaula in 1757. The British forces were led by Robert Clive. In this battle, Sirajuddaula was defeated and British made Mir Jafar the Nawab of Bengal. The Battle of Plassey is an important landmark in the history of India. It marked the first step in the transformation of a small trading company into the supreme political power. Battle of Buxar. Very soon Mir Jafar replaced by Mir Qasim. But after being in the shadow of the British for some years, Mir Qasim tried to free himself from their control. So, the British decided to depose Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim formed an alliance with Shujaudollah, the Nawab of Awadh, and Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor. The combined armies met the British forces at Buxar on 22nd October 1764. The Indian army was defeated. After the victories of Plassey and Buxar, the English East India Company became the real ruler of Bengal. Bengal came under British rule and was severely exploited. After victory at Plassey and Buxar, the British defeated the rulers of Mysore and the Marathas and annexed their territories. Subsidiary Alliances. In 1798, Lord Wellesley became the Governor General. He expanded British influence through the Subsidiary Alliance system. Under this subsidiary alliance, the Indian ruler would not keep an army for his own. He would keep a British army and pay for its maintenance. If they failed to pay, they will have to give the penalty, and that penalty would be the whole territory. On this ground, Lord Wellesley acquired the territories of Hyderabad in 1798, Awadh in 1801. In 1802, Peshwa Baji Rao II also signed a subsidiary treaty. So that was a policy of expansion they followed through subsidiary alliance. Doctrine of Lapse. When Lord Dalhousie became the Governor General, he passed a new law that was known as the Doctrine of Lapse. Under this Doctrine of Lapse, it was a simple concept that if the throne does not have a male successor, that throne would be annexed by the Britishers. So, by that principle, simply they annexed Satara, Sambhalpur, Udaipur, Nagpur, and Jhansi. These were the things that Britishers were doing to expand their power in India. With this, we complete the second chapter on history. Thank you.